So, very good evening to you all. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur, have organized a world record series 2. Today we are going to complete the session 248th day, and the keynote speaker for today's presentation is on dais Honorable Syed Abeduddin Syed Bahuddin sir. So first of all, I welcome to you sir for the dais. I welcome the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Ambedkar sir. I welcome the faculty members of my college and all those dear participants. The topic for today's presentation is banking system and advantages of electronic banking, which is known to be e-banking. Now this topic is going to present, as I have mentioned, Honorable Syed Abeduddin Syed Bahuddin sir, who is an assistant professor serving at the Department of Computer Science and Management Studies at present, who is serving in Mahavidyalaya Maulana Azad College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Aurangabad. So with this brief introduction, now I request to you, sir, please start your presentation on the topic banking system and advantages of electronic banking. You are most welcome, sir.
Good evening, Bedkar sir, and good evening, Prashant sir and entire team. Should I start now?
Yes, sir, please. Please start, sir. Please continue. Yes.
Okay. Okay. I am very much thankful to Dr. M. Bedkar sir, who is right now is principal of Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya, Ausa, Latur district. And I am very much thankful for giving me this opportunity to participate as a keynote speaker in the World Record series of webinar. And today's topic for my webinar is banking system and advantages of e-banking. Now, the first thing in our mind is that before going on the main topic, that is the banking system and the e-banking system, it is an advanced mode of bank. Before going on the main topic, I'm willing to clear some basic points which everybody must have known or either don't know. Sometimes it is that we ignore and go for the only definitions. Now I can explain. For my first point is, a bank is a lawful organization which accepts deposits that can be withdrawn on demand. Banks are institutions that help the public in the management of their finances. Public deposits their savings in the banks with the assurance to withdraw money from the deposit. Next point regarding the definition or the meaning of the bank is, banks accept deposit from the general public and business community and give two assurance to the depositors, and that is to the public. The first point is that safety of the deposit, and second, withdrawal of the deposit, and on the when it is necessary, whenever it is necessary. This is the first point which I want to cover in the definition of bank. Now, continuing to my point, a bank is a financial institution that accept the deposit from the public and creates a demand deposit while simultaneously making loans. Now, the one point is added over here is that making loans. What it means that whenever we deposit our amount in the bank, and with the help of that cash or the demands, the banks makes a loan. Second point, bank is also work as intermediaries. Intermediaries means uh, a person who act between two parties, that is known as intermediaries. So bank are intermediaries between depositors. Depositor means who lend money to the bank, and borrowers. Borrower means to whom the bank lends the money. Means depositor means a public who deposit their amounts in the bank is known as depositors. While borrowers means the bank which give loans to the public or known or the persons who borrow money from the bank. And the next point is in most countries, the banks are regulated by national government or central government or central bank. It is also known as the bank's regulations are mostly covered by the central government or central bank of any country. Now, in general, we think that a bank means whenever we visit to any bank, we see that there are so many windows working over there. What we see in general is that at one corner, we see that something cash is being deposited, and next to that, something has been withdrawn. These two basic functions we see and we understand that only these functions are performed by the banks. No, it is not so that the banks do so many things, and their primary role is to take in funds called as deposits from those with money, pool them and lend them to those who need funds. What it means, the excess amount which are with the public and that is being deposited in the bank, and the bank which accept the deposit make it available to those who needs money, and it is also called loans or it is also called lending. Banks are intermediaries between depositors who lend the money to the bank and borrowers to whom the bank lends the money. All banks have necessarily performed these two major functions, and it is also known as two major banking functions. What is that? First is accepting the deposit, which means either in the form of cash, check, DD, or FDs. Now we know the cash, we know the checks. What is DD? A DD is means it is in the form of money, in the form of demand draft, which we can favor to anybody or anybody else. And next is FD. What is going to mean by FDs? FD means fixed deposit, a amount which is fixed or a money fixed for a specific period of time, and the mode will be of physical or online. What do we mean by physical and online? It means that physical, whenever we personally visit to a bank or branch, it is known as physical mode. And what is the online mode? A online mode is where we use with the help of computer or internet. It is also known as online. Second function, two basic second major function of the bank is that granting of loans and advances. That is, it might be a home loan, it might be a car loan, it might be a personal loan, it might be any other loan which are granted by the banks. Now, continuing to second point, and to elaborate the bank, a bank is a financial institution that accept from the public and create a demand deposit while simultaneously making loans. Now, a new term which is a financial institution. Now, elaborating the further points, a bank is a financial institution that accept the deposit from the public and create demand deposit while simultaneously making loans. While we can go on financial institution definition on further slides, It is also bank is also known as a financial institution. Further elaboration of the bank is a bank is a financial institution. Next point is that banks are intermediaries. Again, intermediaries means a person who act between two parties. So banks are intermediaries between depositors who lend money to the bank and borrowers to whom the bank lends the money. In most countries, banks are regulated by national government or central bank. In our country, the banking system are governed by the Reserve Bank of India, and Reserve Bank of India is governed by the central government. These are the example. In most of the countries, some have independent systems, but in most of the country or maximum countries, which follow this protocol that the banks are controlled by the central government or central banks. So coming on the next point, we understand that we need to understand the functions. Although we see that we are generally see that whenever we visit that banks perform only two functions. No, there are so many functions, and according to that, we have already seen these two basic functions, which are accepting the deposit and granting the loan. Now coming on the very important aspect of banking system. We have earlier seen that what is a financial institution? We've seen that bank is a financial institution. Now the question arises in our mind that what is a financial system or what is a financial institution? Because it is a confusing term that a bank is a financial institution. Now see that the definition of the financial institution means a financial institution is a company engaged in business of dealing with financial and monetary transactions such as deposits, loans, investments, and currency exchange. Now see this is a wider term of banks because we have used the financial institution and we are elaborating that a financial institution, what it means that it is a company which is engaged in business dealing with financial and monetary transactions. What is the meaning of monetary transactions? Monetary transaction means whenever the money is involved, it is also known as monetary transaction. They have elaborated this deposits. We make everything deposit with the bank is known as deposits. Now loans. There are various types of loans which banks provide to the lenders. Now the next term is investment. This is the fourth point of financial institution. Investment means whenever a person, a business entity, or a business organization, or anybody who want to earn some amount access to their basic amount, it is known as investment. So bank is also performing in the terms of financial institution activity such as investment, means making up public money for more access and giving them some in the form of interest or benefits is known as investment. And currency exchange. What is the meaning of currency exchange? Currency exchange means whenever we deals with in India, suppose we are taking a business in India, we follow the currency which are existing in our system, which is in the form of rupee. Now, sometimes some businesses are engaged in the foreign and they are trading in the foreign currency. And somebody, suppose a person who are working in some other countries in Europe, US, UK, Gulf, they receive the amount in the form of foreign currency. Suppose that currency comes in India, the bank which need to exchange that currency because if I have $1 or $100 US dollar that I have to tender it, I cannot use it in our system because it is not at all allowed to trade anything in India other than the currency which is in the form of rupee. So what will be the option? The option is that we have to exchange that foreign currency to in Indian currency. We exchange it. That exchange is known as foreign exchange currency. and it is a function under the financial institution category. Next, the financial institutions include a broad range of business operation within the financial services sector, including banks, insurance company, brokerage firms, and investment dealers. Now, elaborating on the further, what is the functions of financial institution? A financial institution also have a broader range, and it is sub coverage under the banks, and its operation is known as financial institution operation for the banks. Now, apart from the business, it is also involved in service sector, including the banks, insurance companies. Now, the next elaboration point is insurance sector. The banks which perform the uh, insurance sectors or insurance premiums or insurance schemes for the people, it comes under the Financial Institution Act or financial institution definitions. Brokerage firms and investment dealers. Now it acts as a bank act as an intermediaries for these basic functions. Now, to make the more clear on the banking system or to understand the banking system, we must know the pillar of Indian banking system, or we can say Reserve Bank India is also a father of banking system. RBI or Reserve Bank of India established on the 1st of April 1935. It has come into effect. The act is known as RBI Act 1934 and it comes in effect from 1st of April 1935 when British government was in force according to that act. But they have made this act. The Reserve Bank of India, commonly known as RBI, is India's central bank and regulatory body responsible for regulation of Indian banking system. The Reserve Bank of India, RBI, is the central bank of India. The second most important point that RBI is a central bank of India, which we have earlier seen that all the banks which are governed by either the Central Bank of India or the Government of India or the central government. Now, here all our banking systems are regulated and governed by the Reserve Bank of India. And Reserve Bank of India is also known as the Central Bank of India. The RBI was originally set up as a private entity in 1935. It was set up by the British government, but it was nationalized in 1949. In 1947, we got independence. After the independence, after the 2 years, a committee was set up to look to further enhancement of RBI. So they have recommended that this RBI should be nationalized. According to that report, the RBI was nationalized in 1949 by the government of India. Now, the main purpose of the RBI is to conduct consolidated supervision of financial sectors in India, which is made up of commercial banks, financial institutions, and non-banking finance firms. Now, this is the purpose of nationalizing the RBI. In 1949, when the government of India have nationalized this RBI and make the RBI responsible responsible to overlook the banking financial institution, banking financial sectors, commercial banks, and to cover the finances of firms. Now see the functioning of Reserve Bank of India. The Reserve Bank of India have again categorized into forms. First is scheduled banks, the second is non-scheduled banks. Scheduled banks means in RBI Act 1934, the second schedule has listed the definitions of several banks and listed the entire procedure of banking system, and that is known as scheduled banks. Now, the scheduled banks is further divided into commercial banks and cooperative banks. Now, the commercial banks again categorized in 4 more categories. First is public sector banks, second is private sector banks, third is foreign banks, fourth is regional rural banks. Now, what is the meaning of public sector bank? Again, in the next two slides, we will see the list of public sector banks, private sector banks, foreign banks, and regional rural banks, which are also known as Grameen banks. Public sector banks is also known as the government banks. Private sector banks is also known as the banks which have permission from the RBI and listed in second schedule. And foreign banks means all the banks which belong to accept apart from the India. Whatever is a bank from US, UK, Indonesia, any other countries is also known, who is operational in India is known as foreign banks. The regional banks which are located in every local. Now, we have to see the examples of public sector banks. We have list on so many listed over there. And further, it is defined as State Bank of India and other nationalized bank. This is the category of public sector banks. Now, coming on to clear the more functions, the banking. Suppose we see that a bank perform only what we understand, that we only see that 2 or 3 functions. We understand this is the bank. No, it has an entire series of functioning, which is known as banking. The first banking functions is personal loan. Some of us might have gone the personal loan, which is granted to a person on the personal capacity. It is been granted by the bank. I shall explain. The personal loan means वो लोन होता है जो हम पर्सनली हमारे नाम पर दिया जाता है, सर्विस सेक्टर लोगों के लिए, खास तौर से नौकरी पेशा लोगों के लिए। ये लोन हम बैंक से लेते हैं, इसे पर्सनल लोन कहा जाता है। इट इज स्पेसिफिकली पर्सन मीन्स पर्सन ऑन फॉर इंडिविजुअल। Second function is vehicle loan, which means a loan which is granted either for a car or a bike or anything. A vehicle means property, movable property, which comes under the category. गाड़ी जिसे कहते हैं उसे कहते हैं vehicle loan। हर वो गाड़ी, चाहे वो आपकी कार हो या आपकी बाइक हो, किसी उस चीज मटेरियल के लिए जो हम लोन बैंक से लेते हैं उसे हम vehicle loan भी कहते हैं। Now, home loan, which is a dream of every person. For a number of reasons, in India, we have crores of people who get home loan from the banks. And it is also known as banking functions. Home loan means वो लोन होता है जो हम घर के लिए किसी बैंक से लेते हैं। इस पर जो है तो हमारा 10 ईयर, 5, 10, 15, 20 साल का भी हो सकता है। ये हमारी पर्सनल कैपेसिटी के साथ हमें दिया जाता है बैंक की तरफ से सारी चीज चेक करने के लिए। फोर्थ बेसिक फंक्शन होता है बैंक का बिजनेस लोन। ये वो लोन होता है जब ये लोन उस सूरत में आपको दिया जाता है। इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज बिजनेस लोन व्हेन यू वांट टू मेक अ बिजनेस। अगर आप कोई बिजनेस करना चाहते हैं तो उसके लिए आपको ये लोन दिया जाएगा बैंक की तरफ से। इसके लिए भी इसका अपना एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया होता है जो आपको बैंक के डिफरेंट रूल्स कैटेगरी में बैंक के लोन के बिजनेस के लिए जो उनकी बेसिक एलिजिबिलिटी होती है उस पर जो है तो आपको ये सब लोन दिया जाता है। आपको देखना होता है कि आप क्या बिजनेस करना चाहते हैं, बैंक उसके हिसाब से आपको लोन दिया जाता है। इसमें जो बिजनेस लोन की तरफ से गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया की जो स्कीम्स होती है वो होती है बहुत सारे स्कीम्स में तो 20%, 30% तक सब्सिडी तक आपको बिजनेस लोन में दी जाती है। नेक्स्ट इज गोल्ड लोन। ये वो लोन की कैटेगरी है जिसमें आप अपना गोल्ड बैंक में डिपॉजिट करते हैं और इसमें जो है तो आपको सारा का जो आपका गोल्ड होता है उसका ऑलमोस्ट 70 to 80% तक लोन आपको दिया जाता है एक मिनिमम इंटरेस्ट रेट पर। और मिनिमम एक फर्स्ट ड्यूरेशन 1 ईयर का होता है इसका, उसका नेक्स्ट 2-3 इयर्स का होता है। लेकिन ये इसमें एक बेनिफिट ये होता है कि जो मार्केट में आप गोल्ड का आपने देखा होगा रिटर्न इज ऑलवेज मोर देन 20%, 15 to 20% गोल्ड रेट का रिटर्न होता है। तो इसलिए गोल्ड सेल करना ये सही नहीं होता है और इसीलिए मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल टेक गोल्ड लोन फ्रॉम द बैंक। वो गोल्ड लोन क्या होता है, आपको अपना गोल्ड बैंक में लेके जाना होता है, वहां पर आपको उसको डिपॉजिट करना होता है, वो उसकी वैल्यूएशन निकालते हैं और इमीडिएट आपको जो भी आपकी उसकी वैल्यूएशन होगी उसका 80% आपको लोन दिया जाता है। उसके बाद उसकी ईएमआई मिनिमम होती है जो भी आपका लोन का ड्यूरेशन होगा तो उसमें आपको खाली जो है तो रेट ऑफ इंटरेस्ट भरना होता है, मिनिमम 500,000 रुपये होता है। वो हर महीने आपको पे करना होता है। उसके बाद जो है तो आप जब भी आपके पास अमाउंट आ जाए, आप आपका अमाउंट क्लियर करके आपका गोल्ड जो है तो रिटर्न ले सकते हैं। Now the further function is that saving account or current account. Now as we almost all have either a salary account that is come under the category of saving account, or the business which are running, they can use current account, and these are the two basic category of account. Fixed deposit. Fixed deposit is a basic function which performed by the bank and which is also known as that if we keep some amount for a specific period of time, इसमें ये होता है कि हमने एक साल के लिए 1 लाख हमने डिपॉजिट किया है, तो after the completion of 1 year you will get 1 lakh plus whatever the interest rate decided by the bank, it will be added to your original amount. Suppose it may be a 1,08,000, it may be a 1,09,000 you get after a period of 1 year, or after the 5 years, say 10 years, whatever the 10 years, you decide that rate of interest per year will be deposited to your amount. Now, another function of the banking system is internet or mobile banking, which we today will focus and we'll see the benefits of internet banking and net banking and mobile banking. And further, a basic function is that the caring of the customers, which are the basic need of any banking or bank system, and that care has to be taken by the bank. It is known as customer care services. And elaborating to further, bank provides several credit cards, debit cards, under limits cards, and that has been given to the customers for their uses. A credit card is used when you don't need to take the money, you have to invest it, then you have to pay it. In debit card, you have to keep your money in the bank, then you have to use it. Now see, here is the list of public sector banks, examples, and private sector banks and foreign banks. In public sector bank, we have Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, Bank of Maharashtra, Canara Bank, Central Bank of India, Indian Bank, Indian Overseas Bank, Punjab National Bank, Punjab and Sindh Bank, Union Bank of India, UCO Bank, State Bank of India. These are the scheduled banks which are listed in RBI Act, and in 1949 it has been nationalized by the government and listed in Schedule Second. Second is private sector banks, which are example Axis Bank, Bandhan Bank, CSB Bank, City Union Banks, DCB Bank, Dhanlakshmi Bank, Federal Bank, HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Yes Bank, IDFC First Bank, Jammu and Kashmir Bank, and many more are the example of private sector banks. The third category is foreign banks. HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, DBS Bank, Barclays Bank, Dutch Bank, Bank of America, Bank of Bahrain and Kuwait, Citibank, Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, BNP Paribas. These are the foreign banks which are operational in India and is known as foreign banks. Further coming on the next and advanced function of the bank, and the next topic of today's webinar is e-banking. Now we have to understand what is e-banking. E-banking is an arrangement between a bank or a financial institution and its customer that enables encrypted transactions over the internet. Short for the electronic banking, e-banking has various types that caters to customers' different requirements which can be resolved online. इसके क्या मायने होते हैं? ई बैंकिंग के मायने ये है कि ये एक अरेंजमेंट है बैंक और फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशन का और कस्टमर के बीच में, जो कंप्यूटर और इंटरनेट को अनेबल करके ये ट्रांजैक्शन किया जाता है. इसे ही हम ई बैंकिंग कहते हैं. इज ऑल्सो नोन एज ई बैंकिंग और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बैंकिंग. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बैंकिंग के दूसरे जितने अदर होते हैं, इसमें बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट ये होता है कि इट शुड बी ऑनलाइन. हर वो ट्रांजैक्शन जो ऑनलाइन किया जाएगा इज नोन एज ऑनलाइन ट्रांजैक्शन, ऑनलाइन बैंकिंग और ई बैंकिंग. Next definition of e-banking or further elaboration is that e-banking is also helpful for the non-financial transaction, such as changing your ATM pin, getting a mini statement, updating your personal details, balance inquiry, or printing an account statement. Essentially, it refers to any transaction that doesn't involve any movement of funds or from your account. अब दो तरीके के ई बैंकिंग के फंक्शंस हो गए। एक फंक्शन हुआ जिसमें डायरेक्ट ट्रांजैक्शन होता है, जिसे हम ई ट्रांजैक्शन भी कह सकते हैं, ई बैंकिंग भी कह सकते हैं। सेकंड होता है नॉन फाइनेंशियल ट्रांजैक्शन, जिसके अंदर ये होता है कि आपको अगर आपकी पिन चेंज करना है तो वी कैन से दैट चेंजिंग ऑफ एटीएम पिन। So you can go to the ATM, you can insert your debit card and process that you have to check, and that is followed on the ATM machine. It is also known as non-banking financial transaction. And if you want to get a mini statement of your account, then you insert your debit card and take a print of mini statement which shows last 10 transactions of your bank details. Sometimes you need to check the balance inquiry, or sometimes you waiting for the funds which are come to your accounts and your message didn't receive to you. So in that case, you go to the ATM machine. You don't go to the bank. You just go to the ATM machine and take the balance inquiry or fund details. It is also known as e-banking non-financial transactions. Now, the question arises that why should we use e-banking, or what is the benefit? Apart from the benefit, it has several risks. But nowadays, you might have remembered in the era of uh, in the era last in 2019, when the pandemic was going on, we suffered a lot of. Even personally, have visited so many ATMs where money was not available. At that time, we realized that what is the benefit of e-banking, or what will be the most useful aspect that comes under the during of pandemic. It has so many problems faced by everybody for the funds. Now the question arises that why we should prefer e-banking. E-bankings allow digital payments which are secure, transparent, and fast. In addition to e-banking, allows you to access your bank account wherever you want to add it. This is the benefit and lower transaction cost and transaction made through e-banking. There are so many benefits which are included, and major benefits of e-banking are: it saves your time, it saves your money, and no need to visit bank branch personally or physically. There is no need. Sometimes we are busy, we don't have time to visit the bank. So what will be the best option? That at that time e-banking is most useful to you. If you are a very busy schedule, you don't have time to visit the bank. Even we know what time it will take to visit a bank and how much time it will consume. So that is the most benefit of e-banking. And next best functions of the e-banking is that funds are transferred immediately. Whenever we go physically for the branch, or we suppose we tender a check at the bank, it takes around 3 days, 3 to 4 working days. They take to transfer that funds 3 to 4 days. It takes 4 days. If suppose we have an emergency, what we can do? No, nothing we can do, because it is a process. It is a physical process. When we tender the check to the bank, follow the process. It takes 2 3 days at least for working days. Then the amount gets transferred to your account. But in case of e-banking or e-transfer, the amount transfer within the seconds. Within 1 minute of time, you can transfer the amount. This is the benefit of e-banking. And e-banking is also known that it is very useful for paying all your utility bills. Suppose I have an electricity bill, light bill है मेरे पास. Now today is the last day. I forget to pay the bill, and I have to visit to that MSCB office, whatever the utility office. I have to go and pay and form in the queue. No, within the 1 minute time, I can pay my bill through the e-banking, and I can get the receipt within a minute, less than 1 minute. So it is also very useful in paying all your bills. Nowadays, it has been connected to all your taxes, mobile recharges, and all your commercial bills. That is being connected to your e-banking or phone banking or mobile banking. Now, sometimes we need to check our balances. Now, prior to this e-banking, we need to go to the bank. We have to form a queue and we have to check it. They take at least 1 hour, they consume 1 to 2 hours to take a balance. Now it is a 1 minute. You can get your balance through e-banking or e-banking or net banking. Now the auto payment option is also available. What it means that if suppose you are paying an EMI in the bank through the bank, you don't need to pay every time. You just make an auto statement that this payment should be deducted from my account on such and such date, that it should be deducted. On that day, just you have to keep your balance in the bank and it will get directly connected and deducted from your accounts. Now we have to see the types of e-banking. What are the various types of e-bankings? The first type of e-banking is ATM, the automated teller machine, and which are widely used in our country or in our area, is popularly known as ATM, or is a popular form of electronic banking. It is also come under category of e-banking or electronic banking system. Second is telephone banking or mobile banking. It is also known as customer access bank. Customer account conduct transaction over the phone using the interactive voice. And we can say IVR system is a very useful tool. Now, next is electronic fund transfer. It means it is a transfer which is from the one account to another account. We just need to add that beneficiary from your mobile. You have to transfer that amount from your account to that person. It will be paid within less than 1 period of minute. 1 मिनट के अंदर अंदर हम जो है तो यहाँ से मेरे अकाउंट से किसी के भी अकाउंट में हम पैसा ट्रांसफर कर सकते हैं. इट इज ऑल्सो नोन एज इलेक्ट्रॉनिक फंड ट्रांसफर. Next point is online bill payments. Customer can pay their bills electronically through bank online banking portal or mobile apps, allowing them to schedule recurring payments and make one-time payment to various service providers. What it means that we have a number of payments we have to make after a several days. In this online payment, you just need to make a date for that specific period and amount you have to mention it. Then you can pay through online bill payment system. Next is mobile wallet. It is also known as mobile wallet like Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay enables user to store their payment, card information and make contactless payment using this one. Now this is the advanced one. We can connect our mobile with our banks and it is also known as mobile wallet. Like the physical wallet we have, it has a mobile wallet. Nowadays, a cryptocurrency banking system is also functional. Some financial institutions offer services related to the cryptocurrencies, allowing customers to pay, sell, store digital assets like Bitcoin and Ether. These are some coins, digital cryptocurrency coins, and some financial institutions allow, though it is not in functional in our system. Before going on the next point, I just want to share one video.
Sir, it is not audible.
Should I continue on? Video is not connecting.
Yeah, sound is not there.
Sound is not accepting. Okay, sure. We'll continue. Just see that this is not don't need the sound. sound नहीं आ रहा। I think there is an audio problem with the video. Should I continue?
Yes, sir. Yes.
We are coming to the conclusion point. Before that, I just need to clear some more points. That in banking system, you know everything that currency and coins are in circulation. We use the currency which are with us in the form of denomination, whatever they had, but it has a legal binding. Currency and coins in India, history and its validity. We have four laws that has been in existence. First is the Indian Paper Currency Act 1861. Second is Indian and Paper Currency Act 1905. The Reserve Bank of India Act 1934, the India's Paper and Currency Department, which are functional from 1862 to 1935. After 1935, it has been taken care by the Reserve Bank of India. Near the coins which are in circulation in India, it has a first act which has been the Coinage Act 1906. After that, the Coinage Act 2011 which has further elaborated these coins. जो भी करेंसी हमारे पास इन सर्कुलेशन है वो सारी की सारी इन चार एक्ट के हिसाब से है। अब प्रेजेंटली इट इज ड्यू टू 1935 एक्ट ऑफ बार्गेन। और कॉइन्स के अंदर जो एक्ट है कॉइनेज एक्ट 2011 इसके हिसाब से जो करेंसी इन सर्कुलेशन है वो सारी की सारी 2011 के एक्ट के हिसाब से है। नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू सी एन एग्जांपल। This is the example of current currency which is in circulation and it is being mentioned as a specimen. The denomination which in currency can be issued by the Reserve Bank of India is currency denomination of 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500 and 2000. These are the denomination which is being liability of the RBI. It can issue these notes 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500, 2000 के नोट तक RBI इसको इश्यू करता है। ऐसे ही 1 रुपए का अगर नोट अगर इशू करना है तो जैसा आपने यहाँ ऊपर देखा है कि रिजर्व बैंक ऑफ इंडिया लिखा है, 1 रुपए के नोट पर आपने देखा होगा कि गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया लिखा होगा, भारत सरकार लिखा होगा। ये बेसिक डिफरेंस होता है कि ये जो डिनोमिनेशन है 2 से लेकर 2000 रुपए तक का, इसी डिनोमिनेशन में ये आरबीआई इशू करता है। और जो 1 रुपए के नोट की करेंसी होती है, 1 रुपए का जो नोट होता है वो भारत सरकार इशू करता है। इसी तरीके से कॉइन्स में होती है। कॉइन्स के अंदर आप देखेंगे कि कॉइनेज एक्ट 2000 के हिसाब से ये सारा डिनोमिनेशन गवर्नमेंट अभी जो है तो पुराना जो एक्ट था उसके हिसाब से 50 पैसे 1 रुपए के अंदर और 1 रुपए तक का भारत सरकार जो है तो इसको कॉइन इशू कर सकती थी। अब 2011 के एक्ट के हिसाब से भारत सरकार 1 रुपए के हिसाब से 2 रुपए और उस तरीके से 2, 5, 10, 1000 रुपए तक का जो है तो कॉइन वो भारत सरकार इशू कर सकती है। इसमें कम से कम 1 रुपया हो। अब 2011 के बाद से 1 रुपए से कम की करेंसी प्रिंट छपना बंद हो गई है। 1 रुपए के ऊपर और कम से मैक्सिमम 1000 रुपए तक का कॉइन्स जो है तो भारत सरकार आपको इशू कर सकती है। अभी हमने एक वीडियो देखा, इसमें थोड़ा सा आगे प्रॉब्लम्स हुआ है, मैं उसको एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ। ये जहाँ पर हमने देखा है बहुत सारे बेनिफिट्स है ई बैंकिंग के, वहां पर बहुत सारे डिसएडवांटेजेस भी है। इसमें बड़ा डिसएडवांटेज ये है कि ये साइबर क्राइम अब इंडिया का 1 नंबर का क्राइम बनता जा रहा है। There are not 100, there are thousands of complaints daily received by the cyber cell of India. Now, इंडिया में जो सबसे बड़ा क्राइम अभी फिलहाल चल रहा है वो साइबर क्राइम है, जिसमें ये होता है कि क्रिमिनल क्या करता है कि आपका कंप्यूटर का, सिस्टम्स का, मोबाइल का अनऑथराइज्ड एक्सेस ले लेता है। इसमें वो जो है तो आपका एक्सेस से आपका बैंक का अमाउंट विड्रॉ करता है या कोई और माल प्रैक्टिस करता है। इट इज आल्सो नोन एज ए अनलॉफुल एक्टिविटी एंड साइबर क्राइम इज आल्सो नोन एज एन अनलॉफुल एक्ट with the help of computer device or computer network, and it is a crime which is commits online. इस साइबर फ्रॉड के केस में आपको इमीडिएट जो है तो आपको जैसे ही आपको साइबर क्राइम, साइबर फ्रॉड दिखता है तो आपको जो है तो इसका जो इमीडिएट इंडिया की जो इसकी साइबर क्राइम हेल्पलाइन है 1930 पे आपको इसकी रिपोर्ट करना है, या लोकल क्राइम ब्रांच का जो सेल होता है या लोकल साइबर सेल होता है वहां पर जाके आपको लोकल में इमीडिएटली इसको आपको कंप्लेंट करना होती है सारी डिटेल के साथ, जहां पर आपकी कंप्लेंट्स को 3 वर्किंग डेज में दे आर ट्राई टू रिजॉल्व दैट योर केस। Now this is the end of my slide, and thank you so much, sir, for giving me this opportunity and coming to the point.
Thank you so much, sir, for wonderful presentation. Now I request all these dear participants, if you have any query, please come ahead and discuss with Honorable Sir. Dear participants.
Yes, everybody welcome.
नमस्ते सर। सर एक तो पहला सवाल मेरा ये है कि आपने 3 कैटेगरी जैसे बैंक की बताई है, प्राइवेट सेक्टर की और पब्लिक सेक्टर और फॉरेन में, इनमें से पहला स्थान सेफ्टी के लिए कौन से बैंक को आप चुनेंगे? दूसरा सवाल
हमारा जो होना चाहिए, फर्स्ट हमारी सेफ्टी जो होती है जैसा पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक से होते हैं, जिसकी मैंने लिस्ट दिया है।
दूसरा सवाल ये है सर कि जब आरबीआई नोट छापती है वो प्रक्रिया यानी किस आधार पर छापती है और वो उसकी सप्लाई कैसे की जाती है? दूसरा सवाल साथ में जो ई डाटा है हमारा, ये कितना सुरक्षित है? क्या इसका कोई अन्य हार्ड कॉपी वगैरह भी बैंक रखते हैं अपने पास?
देखिए, जहाँ पर मैंने अभी अपने वीडियो में थोड़ा ऑडियो का इशू हुआ है, इसमें ये बताया गया कि ये ई बैंकिंग सिस्टम की वजह से पूरी दुनिया फिलहाल साइबर क्राइम में 1 नंबर आ गई। अभी पूरी दुनिया में जो क्राइम चल रहे हैं वो 1 नंबर पे साइबर क्राइम चल रहे हैं। उसकी बेसिक वजह यह है कि हमारा डेटा सेफ नहीं है। हमारा ना सोशल मीडिया डेटा सेफ है, ना बैंकिंग मीडिया। किसी हद तक हम नेशनलाइज बैंकों को बोल सकते हैं कि पब्लिक सेक्टर बैंक से इनका डेटा किसी हद तक हम बोल सकते हैं कि सुरक्षित है, सेफ है। Any more question?
Again, I request participants, if you have any query, please come ahead.
Hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Sir, that cryptocurrency, bitcoins, how safe they are, sir, to use? Currently, we are not very familiar with this.
Ma'am, in some countries they have allowed this cryptocurrency for the banking functions. But India still we are working with the RBI. The government of India have set up a committee for the cryptocurrency. Though it is in transaction, but it is not in legal form presently.
Okay, sir. Okay, in future it will be adopted.
In coming times, the RBI will govern it within a short period of time. The RBI will govern this cryptocurrency. Now the transaction is going on, but the government of India has not recognized the transactions.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the excellent presentation,
Yeah,
sir.
most
Thank you
welcome,
very
most
much.
welcome. Thank you, thank you. Any more questions?
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Very
Dr.
good
Shukla here.
Yes, yes.
Good evening, Dr. Bedkar sir, Prashant sir, and good evening, sir. Wonderful presentation you have given. Various aspects you have touched, the loan aspect also, and you have given a very good description for that.
Thank you, thank you.
My question is, very important question is, if suppose we are going abroad,
Okay.
so that time we should we go for franking or should we go, nowadays the bank offers cards also. So what is easier? And if suppose we are taking cards, what means are they charging for that card, and what kind of the technique we have to go through? Thank you, sir.
First of all, you have to check that whether your card is an international card, it should have international validity. Then it is very useful because on the charges of annual charges, it comes under the cover. No extra charges will be charged for that. That card is more useful. Or it will be best that you exchange that money over there, not here, because here they charge something service charges over here.
Okay, so exchanging money over there, that is better option.
At every airport, it is available.
Yeah.
Currency is
Suppose I'm
available at
having
every
my
airport.
bank and bank is offering me card for for using purpose over there,
But
and we have to
But
put
you
some
must
limit.
take care. But you must take care. What is the annual charges? Because if it is heavy, then it is not useful. If you are going to use it abroad, then you must take care of that charges. There should be no hidden charges. Sometimes they make a charges on front charges. They make less, and after that completion of some period, they charge heavy charges on that.
In franking also they are charging some kind of amount. So
it is better that you
going over there
and foreign exchange currency. You go for that. That will be good.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Any more questions? Anybody?
Not really, because I'm not from the financial part, but the concept and the knowledge today I have gathered from sir, it's awesome.
Thank you.
And yeah, definitely we will implement. At least we got chance to learn that the difference between the different banks and how RBI it works for us. So these are the things.
If you want PPT, I can share it. No.
Yes, yes, definitely. Thank you for that.
So thank you very much, Honorable Jaivir Singh sir, Sawant ma'am, Dr. Swan Shukla sir, and Mausmi madam. Now I request the chief organizer of the series, our ideal principal sir, M. Ambedkar sir, please come ahead and have concluding words for today's session. Please welcome.
Sir, sorry to interrupt. May I ask one question to Syed sir?
Yes,
Yeah, sure.
Nowadays I see that SIP. Systematic investment plan.
Yeah.
That is very much, I meant to say, focused for the new generation.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, what are the maximum age when we can decide that still we can invest money?
There is no age limit for SIP.
Okay.
You just have to define the tenure.
Okay, it's not like that insurance and other things.
No. SIP means you have to take the policy, you have to decide your amount, and you have to take the 10 year. Then you have to approach the bank.
Okay, but another one question.
Yeah.
Sometimes we have something in my mind that I will put something in a lump sum amount in one storage.
Okay.
So in that way, how SIP works?
That you have to make of FD.
Okay.
A lump
Fixed
sum cannot
deposit
be
is
SIP
more.
means systematic investment plan, in which you have to define a certain amount for a certain period of time. Suppose you want to investment 5,000 per month. And for what period you want to invest, that is known as SIP.
Okay, that means in SIP we cannot go for the long term. For the lump sum amount, we cannot go.
I think, as per my knowledge, it is not possible.
Okay.
But sometimes some financial institution may take it. Just you have to inquire about it.
Yeah, actually, once I heard 2 weeks before that one mutual guy, he was telling that we can go if I invest today, after 10 years, it may be a 1 crore.
There are so many frauds nowadays going on. That's why I'm saying that you should go for the scheduled bank only.
Okay.
That has been taken care by the RBI. The RBI didn't take the commercial bank or commercial institutions responsibility. In that case, there are so many frauds are going on. So it is better that you go to the scheduled bank or government bank like the Government of India, either by the RBI.
Okay.
Because your fund is your lifetime assets.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Sorry, Bedkar sir and Prashant sir.
No.
I jumped in the middle. Suddenly that question came around.
No question.
Sir, I have one question. Can I ask?
Yeah. Continue.
Yes, madam. Yes, please.
Sir, whenever we put FD, okay, when there is a revised in the interest rate, they don't inform customers. So on their own, they decide. If see, we have kept the FD for 8.4%. Okay, and it came reduced to for some 5.4. Then again, it got revised to 7.4. But the bank doesn't do it. Why? When the interest rates are revised, they ask customers to come and do it. Why is it? And again, they deduct percentage.
So which bank you are asking for this?
SBI, sir. SBI Post Office. I invested. Then suddenly interest, it was 8.4. Suddenly again it dropped to 7.4. Again the interest rate revised to 8.4. When I went and asked them why.
Is decided yearly.
When it is revised, why they don't intimate or when it interest goes up?
That is the duty of the bank or post office. They make a circular. They don't inform the personally. They make a circular either on the website or on the notice board. They make that this is the period of
time. For happy birthday, they send message. For happy birthday, they send message.
They send message because you understand the tactics of the banks, even for the nationalized banks. You better understand.
Another thing, sir.
Yeah.
This senior savings, senior citizen savings scheme.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a rule that you cannot break in between?
No, I don't have that idea. That you have to study the rules.
That's what. See, I wanted to take loan from that. Loan is not available for that, and I cannot break in between.
Yes. I think you can break it.
No, I went and checked in the bank. Okay, and again, they're not pledging it also. See, post office, I did this account. Okay, when I went to SBI to pledge it and take loan out of it, they're saying we will not give loan on SCSS, Senior Citizen Savings Scheme.
Okay. So I think you can break it. There is one option when you are taking the FD. That in case of emergency, you need to withdraw that. You have to check that clause, whether you have ticket or not.
It is not there. It is not available. I checked.
If they have taken care of that, do not withdraw it.
Okay, I'll check again, sir.
Check it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
so much.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, Bedkar.
Yes.
How much investment plan are there, sir, in bank, sir?
I'm not getting the question. What is the question?
How much investment plan is there in a bank? bank sector.
Investment, you have to search for that. Whatever your requirement is, that you need to go to the bank and search your requirement. Then they can show you what is your plan, either for the children, marriage, or anything, or retirement plan. You have to select that plan. Accordingly, bank will show you the procedure and tenure.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have to read carefully that conditions that has.
It is so tiny, sir. Can't read. What, sir? Yes, sir. That is what, sir. See, I had kept an FD. Okay. Interest rate reduced, the bank reduced. When again the interest rate increased, they didn't do the changes. Then I went and asked, sir, when you know to reduce the interest rate, why you have not increased that interest rate also? They saying, no, ma'am, we cannot do that. It is on the customer's interest. They're just blaming the customer. That's it. Okay, sir. I'll do that. Okay. 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 I'll check that, sir, before doing that. Okay, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Bedkar sir. Thank you, Prashant sir, and all my dear colleagues and teachers. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, yes. In future also, Bedkar sir, I am ready to be on the law because I am LLB. On and mercantile law, business law, I can take one more lecture. If you wish, I can take in future also on business laws also, because I have completed my LLB also. सही है बिल्कुल सर आई एम obliged आप कभी भी बोलिए नेक्स्ट टाइम मैं लॉ पर भी ले सकता हूँ और मेरा जो टॉपिक्स है तो कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स पर भी मैं ले सकता हूँ आप बोलिए जब भी कोई रिक्वायरमेंट होगी नेक्स्ट sure it will be our honor that we are part of it. Yes, it is a very good initiative, sir. It is a very good initiative. Even the participant is getting certificate on daily basis. Nowadays, it is very useful for them. Even it is for useful for me also. Everybody is getting the certificate. It is very good, and the time is very convenient. Okay, okay, okay. 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 Thank you for that, Vedka sir. Thank you. Though there is a time constraint, I have make a slide a very little. Otherwise, it will go for more than 1 hour. So I have deducted so many materials to skip the time limit. Yes. Ah. Yes. No, I can share them, and additional questions they can raise to me personally. Should I give my number type over here in the message box? I have given my sorry. अरे को बैंक जाना है सर, ऐसा है। बैंक भी हमारी लाइफ का एक नेसेसरी पार्ट है। Thank you so much. Thank you, Prashant sir, Vedka sir, and for the participants. Thank you so much.
आजकल तो बैंक घर पे आ गई है, बैंक में जाने की जरूरत नहीं, बैंक तो हमें घर पे मिल रही है, मोबाइल पे है, सब एप्स पे है ना। नहीं तो लाइन में खड़े रहो, स्लिप दो, फिर वो पैसा दे।
बेनिफिट्स है, लेकिन सर साइबर क्राइम उसी का जो है हिस्सा है। अभी डेली करोड्स ऑफ रुपीस आर वेस्टिंग ऑन साइबर क्राइम।
Absolutely.
साइबर फ्रॉड जो चल रहे हैं ना सर, एक नंबर पे आएगा साइबर फ्रॉड्स।
And another one thing, sir, another one thing I just want to add. Earlier, we had in our mind that only we will earn some money and we will invest. But the investment, how it will roll up in our future, I mean to say prosperity. So that we need to learn actually. It's not that only 1 or 2% we will get. No. I know that through modern, I mean to say analysis, what is happening over here. It's not that only we can invest money in the share market. There are a lot of other opportunities. Even we can roll up our money. This is the thing actually. We need to learn.
We have to upgrade ourselves.
Absolutely, Only we should not restrict that only.
Anyhow,
only RD is the option.
No.
Because it's an old option.
Now
there are new options. Even if I have 1,000 rupees, but how I can make it 1 lakh? So there are a lot of strategies.
Stock exchange is the best option. The stock exchange.
Thank you for bringing that point over here.
Yes.
And I think in future we will learn a lot of things and we will have more investment and money.
Yeah.
Well, 2 days back, I was talking with one of the lawyer, and she's a government lawyer, and she was telling me maximum cases are coming from the cyber.
It is the number one in India also.
And she said, one of the story of an old man, he was having saving about 30 lakhs in his bank, and it disappeared because of that one of the village at some Bihar or UP, that one village is there, and the whole village is behind this cyber crime only.
Yes. Don't blame the Bihar, otherwise they will be booked. It is a cyber crime. We should not mention the place. Yes.
Thank you, Mausmi ma'am, Sumi ma'am, Sharan Basta, and our principal sir. Now I move towards the vote of thanks. Shri Kumarswami Mahavidyalaya Ausa, District Latur, in Maharashtra State. It's organized World Record Series 2. Today we have covered 248th day of the series. And the keynote speaker for today's presentation was on the dais Honorable Syed Abeduddin sir, who have explained the topic banking system and advantages of electronic banking very sincerely, clearly in a simple language. Sir have covered all the aspects regarding the banking system and electronic banking. At first, sir have explained that meaning of bank, then the functions of banks, then the Reserve Bank, how does the work, the Reserve Bank of India, then scheduled bank, non-scheduled banks, banking functions, different accounts, then what is e-banking, why should one prefer e-banking, types of electronic banking, online bill payments, currency and coins, and at last advantages and disadvantages of electronic banking. Now these points have covered in your lecture, sir, very clearly. Really, it was very wonderful session and the speech was very informative to all of us. As our principal sir said that when you have to go the banks, it is a part of the body, human body. So now these points you covered in your lecture. So we are very happy to listen and again eager to listen one more lecture from your side. So thank you, sir. You accepted our invitations and presented your lecture. So thank you very much on behalf of the organizing committee members. I thanks the chief organizer of the series, Honorable Principal M. Bedkar, sir. Also thanks colleagues from my college, Dr. Praveen Kamble, sir, then Honorable Praveen Udge, sir, Dr. Sanjay Kale, sir, and all others. Special thanks this personality who joins the series regularly, Swanand Shukla, sir, Javir Singh, sir, Sawant ma'am, Mausmi ma'am, Summi ma'am, Sharon Basappa, sir, who have asked nice queries and also appreciated our series. So thanks to you all and heartily thanks all those dear participants who joined the series, encourages us, also enhance the beauty of the series. So thanks to you all once again. Now I request those who are present till in the series, please fill the feedback link which is given in the chat box. So with the kind permission of the chief organizer, I declare today's session is over. Thank you so much once again, Mausmi madam, for nice question and appreciation the series. Thank you. Thank you so much, Abeduddin sir. Thank you so much for the presentation here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bedkar sir. Thank you, Prashant sir, Mausami ma'am. Thank you. Should I leave?
Yes, sir.
And Bedkar sir, please inform to our principal. He is very worried about this. Thank you. Yes, he is regularly asking me. Oh man. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye. Good night. Take rest.